anyway, today I'm going to be talking about the 5 lessons that you learn too late in your career. And so what this is going to do is it's going to help save you a lot of time and also reduce your stress. And I wish I had known these 5 things that I'm going to be sharing with you early on in my career, because it would have saved me a lot of time and hassle, and I really would have been able to progress in my career a lot faster. But of course, everything happens for a reason, and you're exactly where you need to be. And I also believe that you're listening to this for a reason. So let's jump right in. Number 1 is the stress of pleasing others, and really just basing your decisions on what you think you should do based on other people's opinion, or just being afraid of what other people may think of you. Now you can see how this can cause you an incredible amount of stress, because if those decisions are not truly aligned with who you are and what's right for you, you're going to find that when you get into that job or the career track that you think you should be in, it's going to create a whole lot of internal stress and conflict, because it's not really in line with who you truly are. So I would highly recommend that you really take time when you're making those big career decisions. Take time to reflect inwards and to really ask yourself the right questions, and that's absolutely something that I can help you with, and I'll tell you in a few minutes how I can do that and how you can reach out to me to get help in that area. But the next tip is spending a third of your life in a job that you don't love. And that's right, we spend a third of our lives in our job and working. And so, why do that in a job that's causing you so much stress? Because at the end of the day, what that's going to do is that can lead to all kinds of health risks. That's going to put your relationships in jeopardy, because that level of stress, as you know, is just not healthy. And you spend that much amount of time at a job that if you don't love what you do, and if the job is causing you that much stress for 1/3 of your life, then of course that's going to spill over into other areas, and it's just going to make you absolutely miserable. So I highly recommend that you you reflect and just take a look at where you are right now, and look at all of those things that are causing you that much stress. Maybe it's the job that you're doing is not as fulfilling as you would like it to be. Maybe it's your job and the environment that you're in, the people that you work for. Maybe you feel like you've tried everything you can, and you just no matter what you do, it just doesn't get any better. So really take time to reflect on that and ask yourself, is it time for me to make a different decision, so that you can really have that career that you absolutely love, and stop being held back by fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of not having enough finances, not finding opportunities. All of these things can really keep us stuck and prevent us from moving forward and having those careers that we really deserve and we really should have, that's going to help us have a life that we absolutely love. So the next thing is asking for what you want. So asking for what you want in terms of not just your salary, but also other benefits and flexibility and that kind of thing is, it's not greedy, and it's not, it doesn't reflect on you in terms of you being entitled or anything like that. In fact, asking for what you want shows a lot of strength and confidence, and it also depends on how you do it. So you want to make sure that if you're having a conversation, or you're planning on having a conversation with your boss or somebody in your company, to ask maybe for more flexibility with your work schedule, maybe ask for help with the work that you're doing, or maybe it is looking for an increase in your salary. You just want to make sure that you approach it in terms of what's going to be the benefit to them. So as an example, and this is actually something that I've done in the past as well, as an example, if you would like more flexibility, or you want your hours to change slightly to accommodate other things that may be going on in your personal life, for example, what you could do is you could tell them, I would really like to come in a little bit later in the morning so that I have time to drop my son or daughter off at school, or maybe leave a little bit earlier in the afternoon so I have time to take my kids to the activities. And what I'm going to do is I will make sure that in those hours that I'm not physically at the office, that I am absolutely available by phone, by email, or and also that I will make sure that everything gets done that needs to be done. All those high priority items are taken care of, and that I am accessible, so that nothing falls through the cracks, and I'm still taking care of my work, but I have that flexibility that I need to help out with my family. So that's an example. You always want to frame it in terms of what's best for the company, even during your salary negotiation as well. You want to make sure that you let them know that you really do enjoy the role and you're appreciative for everything that they've given you. And you want to make sure that you back up whatever you're asking. So if it's a salary negotiation, make sure you back that up with research, market research. Make sure you're asking for whatever you're asking for is in line with what's out there in the industry today. So just make sure you do your due diligence, but at the end of the day, know that it is not greedy, or they're not going to look at you as if you're feeling entitled if you approach it in the right way and if you really ask for what you deserve. Because that's going to make you happier, it's going to make you more productive, and just a happier person at work, and who doesn't want that, right? The other thing is believing that you can have the career that you want. And this is such a big block to so many people, because a lot of times what happens is you get into a career early on, and maybe early on it is a good fit for you and you feel like that's where you want to be, down the road. You feel like you're on the right track. But maybe you get to a point where you look back and you think, oh my goodness, I have all of this experience. So logically it makes sense that because I have this experience, I've been doing this work for so long, I am successful at it, but at this point it's just not as fulfilling. But because you have that experience, that can maybe hold you back in terms of looking to do something else. Even though you maybe feel a very strong pull towards exploring other opportunities, but you look at your experience and you think, okay, so I have so much experience in this area, maybe I should just stay here, stay in my comfort zone and not explore other things, even though you're not happy and you're not totally fulfilled at the job that you're doing. So the message I want to give you, if that's where you find yourself, is you absolutely can have the career by design. There's a lot of things that you can do to really make sure that you can use your experience, even if it may not be directly related to the new career you want to explore. There's transferable skills and all kinds of things that you can do, and none of that experience goes to waste, ever. So every single thing that you've been through, all the experience that you've had, all the challenges that you've faced, up to this point are really helping you get to that next point, even if it looks like what you want is completely different from where you were. And again, I can talk from experience here because I made a completely different career shift. And what I realized is that even though the direction I went was different from my 13 years of experience in the past, even in my new position and what I'm doing right now, I've used so much of that to really help me in what I'm doing right now. So never let that hold you back. Never let just the fact that you've done something for so long hold you back from exploring other opportunities. And then the last thing I want to share with you is you are enough. You are enough. And why I want to share this with you is that so many times we beat ourselves up and we compare ourselves to others and we feel like we're not a good enough leader, or we're not a good enough employee, or we don't perform like others do, or we don't do as well with presentations or our communication, or we're always comparing ourselves to others, and we internalize so much other people's opinions or our interpretations of what we think other people think of us. So I really want you to know that you are enough. Everything that you've been through has helped you to be successful where you are, and you are absolutely, you've overcome some incredible challenges in your life. We all have, and everything that has happened to you up to this point is preparing you for your next step. So you're there for a reason, and whether you're looking to make that next career move or not, right now in this moment, you are there for a reason, and you deserve to be there. So even if you don't necessarily feel like you get acknowledged by the people around you, or maybe by your boss or whatever it is, know that all of that experience that you've gained up to this point is going to help you to take that next step, whether it's leaving your company, whether it's having a conversation with your boss about maybe making things a little bit better for you and easier for you where you are, or maybe you're even thinking of making a complete career change. But everything you have done up to this point matters, and you absolutely have the ability to do what it is that you feel aligned to do. So I want to leave you with that for this video, and please go ahead and check out my website if you'd like to learn more about the work that I do. This is an area that I really love helping people in terms of finding, if you're in the position where you feel a little bit misaligned with where you are right now, reach out to me and I will definitely, point you in the right direction and help you get on track and help you feel more fulfilled and help you wake up excited and energized every day. So go ahead and check out my website for more about what I have to offer. My website is sharissasebastian.com, and feel free to shoot me an email at info@sharissasebastian.com.